Good morning. Time to make the coffee. I'm at my mom's house this morning. She was having an episode yesterday, so I spent the night here. So this morning I will be having coffee with my mom. All right, I'll be back when this is done brewing. Okay, coffee is done. This is German roast from Aldi's. Cheers. Well, I'm just leaving my mom's. She's feeling better. I don't like to leave her by herself when she's not feeling good. So she's better now. And I have to head to the Dollar Tree real quick because she needs a couple things. And it's on the way home. I don't really need anything, but I figured I might as well stop there and just pick up what she needs. So anyway, that was my adventuresome evening. Never a dull moment. So I have Ryan at home and my daughter lives close by, so they took care of the dogs for me. So I'm fortunate that they are near, because I couldn't take my 3 dogs to my mom's house. That would just be too crazy. And I'm afraid that they would knock her down because they get overly enthusiastic when there's people. I mean, they do settle down, but you know, initially when somebody comes over, they just run around and go crazy and just act like silly dogs. And I've had trainers work with me and the dogs, but since there's 3 of them, they kind of egg each other on. So nothing seems to work. You know, you see these videos of dogs and they just kind of sit there nicely in a row and, you know, but that's not my house and it's not my dogs. So, and they're already, you know, headed towards 9 years old, so I guess that's just the way it's going to be. So the people that come over know that they're going to be accosted when they come in the house. So, but they don't seem to mind. So anyway, that, I don't know what I'm going to do when I get home. I have to prepare a room for my mom. I know I've been talking about that for a while, but you know, I'm trying to systematically declutter, and I just haven't gotten around to that part yet. So, because I have a craft slash guest room, my grandson sleeps there, so that's not available. And then I have my plant room, which has a bed in it, but it's not a real good bed. But I do have other beds that I can stick in there, so I think I'm going to make that available. But we'll see. I have to think about it. You know, as you get older, you aren't a racehorse anymore, and you kind of have to go with what you can and get it done as you can. So I wasn't really planning on going to my mom's yesterday because I was right in the middle of decluttering the kitchen and the dining room. So now everything's still torn up out in there. Oh well, you know, if you don't like it, A, don't look at it, and B, don't come over if you don't like it. That's my take on it anymore. I don't feel guilty. I don't feel shamed. You know, you do the best you can, and that's all there is to it. So, that's all I have to say about that. So, my mom needs new batteries for her telephone, and she still has landlines because she's very hard of hearing. And even though I got her a cell phone, she's not real good with it. Let's put it that way. She likes to play games on it, like solitaire. But, you know, initially I thought it would be nice if we could video chat. But for some reason, whenever we try to do that, and I have Metro by T-Mobile, so whenever we try to do that, the video call lasts like less than a minute, and then it goes to audio. So I don't know what's with that. Maybe one of these days I'll take both phones in and see what, you know, maybe the settings are wrong. And then a couple Christmases ago, I got her one of those Facebook, what is it, a gateway? I forget what you call them. I got myself one, and I got her one because I thought that would be really nice. You know, we could video chat rather than just chat on the phone. But she can't really figure that one out either. So, no more electronics for Oma. She used to be fairly good with those things. She's always been really with it, but, you know, as things get more and more complicated with electronics, she just can't keep up with it anymore. So, and I do my best to keep up, and I think I do pretty well. But I had training in computers. Of course, that was 100 years ago, and things have changed. But I do like to try and stay as current as I can with certain things. Now, I don't need the newest iPhone or the newest Android phone. This is just a phone that came with the plan. So, and it does just fine. I record all my videos on this phone. I do all my editing on this phone. And I use KineMaster. And I know it looks like it should be KindMaster, but from what I've heard, video tutorials, they call it KineMaster. So it's very, very easy to use, and it works real well for me. So, and it's free. I mean, you do have the logo in the corner, but who cares about that? I'd rather have the logo than have to pay a fee every month or a bigger fee yearly. So, okay, I'm headed home, and I'll be glad to get home, and my dogs will be glad I'm home, and we'll see. I told my mom if she needs me to come back later, I will. So, we'll see. I mean, this is how my days go. You know, everything is kind of by the seat of my pants, and that's okay. I don't like to over-plan, because then you get frustrated, you know, and I don't want to do that. So that's the nice thing about being retired or even working from home. You know, you have a little bit more flexibility. You can throw in a load of laundry while you're doing your work or monitor your kids. So the world has changed. You know, it's not what it was. It's not everybody going to work 9 to 5 and driving in traffic and all that. You know, a lot of people just stayed working from home once the pandemic hit. So I guess that's a good thing for people that like to work from home. Although I think some of the one of the distractions of working from home is you do have a lot of distractions that you don't always have when you actually go into an office. I had a job where I had a couple of office days during the week, and I did find myself, I had to really discipline myself to keep working because everything that you look at goes, oh, do me instead. Don't work, do me instead. So anyway, yep, it's a crazy world. Okay, I'm going to go into the Dollar Tree and get the couple things for my mom. And I really don't need anything that I can think of. So, all right, I'll be back. Well, okay, I am back home, enjoying a cup of tea in my chair. And I'm always glad to get home. I never was one that enjoyed sleeping in a strange bed. I like my own bed. It's nice and comfortable, just the way I like it. But sometimes we have to do what we have to do. So, Mom's okay. Yeah, she called me yesterday. She just was not feeling good, so... And when she doesn't feel good at 94, she gets kind of weak. So I'd rather be there and, you know, help her out than wonder what's going on. So anyway, all the glass work that I showed you is some of the glass, stained glass pieces that I used to make back in the day. It's been a long time since I've done that. And glass has gotten very, very expensive. You have to buy the glass and the copper foil and the flux and the lead, either lead came or you have to melt the lead with not a curling iron, a soldering iron. So it's a lot of work. Those aren't the only pieces I've made. I used to sell my stuff. But like I said, I haven't done stained glass in a long time, and I don't know if I'm going to do it anymore. I have all the equipment still, and you know, I mean, we talk about downsizing and decluttering and all that, but you know, that was things that I invested quite a bit of money into. So I'm not going to get rid of that, even to sell it. I don't want to do that. And it doesn't take up that much room. So I'm going to keep that. Most of the things that I have for my hobbies, I'm keeping because, you know, every now and then you get bored and you want something to do. And I certainly don't want to run out and buy things. And that's one of the reasons, you know, some people say, oh, you have so much stuff. And it's like, yeah, okay, so I do. But I don't have to run out and buy anything if I don't want to. I pretty much have everything that I need right in my house. So I don't want to overdo it on the decluttering. I know a lot of people, they like, you know, a bare space, and that's fine. But for me, it's, I feel like it's security that I have things that I need right in my own home. I don't have to run out and get things. So the craft stuff, it's all nice and neat and put away and organized. So I'm not going to get rid of that either. Because like I said, sometimes you get bored. You know I do. I paint for a while, and then I'll get tired of that and put it away for a while, and then Same thing goes with the jewelry making. If it wasn't for the glass being so expensive, for the stained glass, I might do that again. So I've kind of switched over to fused glass because I do have a kiln. And if I ever had to sell my artwork for some extra money, I could do that, hopefully. Unless everybody goes, ooh, look at that, I'm not going to buy that. It's just a potential for another form of income if I choose to do it. So anyway, I'm glad the day is over and I can relax. And I just pulled something out of the freezer again for dinner. Like I said, I haven't been cooking much because I've been busy. And I like to cook when I have the time. And see, there's another thing. You know, I do a lot of cooking, but then I get to the point where I have things that are made that need to be used up. So, you know, then I'll go back to cooking again. So that's how I keep myself entertained and not getting bored. I just switch up different things that I like to do. And a lot of my stuff is tucked away in cubbies and cabinets, so it's not helter-skelter all over the place. And, you know, might not be your decor style, but you do you, and I'll do me. So it works for me. I would rather look at a little cabinet or a cubby rather than a bunch of stuff all in, you know, all out on a desk or something. That's what I like to do. And it doesn't always have to be high-end decor. Who cares? You know, I'm here with the dogs. They don't care. So I don't care either. So, all right, my friends. Well, that's all I have for you today. It was kind of a different vlog for me today. My mom doesn't have a Keurig. My mom's kind of, you know, old school. She has, I was looking at some of her things, and some of those things, she's lived in that house for 60 years maybe, and some of the things have been in her house 60 years. But everything is spick and span and neat and tidy, and nothing really is out and about. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Thanks for watching.